What is up, everybody? This is your host SuperSight, and in this video I'm going to be officially making the red berry cake. I've printed off the recipe here, which was on a Hayday, like the video for the red berry cake, and so because they released this video, the Hayday team, and it was really cool. And it was them making a product from Hayday, the red berry cake, and it looked awesome. It's got over 200,000 views, the recipe video. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna make it. And I commented that back then, like 2 or 3 months ago. Anyway, here I am, and I'm officially gonna make it. So the first step is I need to get my cookie tin ready. So I'm gonna, just cut through the different parts, the different actions, ingredient mixing, and then I'll show you the end product at the end. So I do hope you enjoy. So right here, I'm starting with cutting out the paper, which is gonna go in the cookie tin so it doesn't stick to the sides. That's the idea. And then I'll move on fairly quickly. Right, so I've officially finished the tin, so we've got all that ready. Now we're gonna weigh some biscuits. Now in the actual recipe, they had brown sugar cookies. But in New Zealand, we don't have brown sugar cookies. We have Cookie Bear chocolate chippies. So we're going to be weighing them, so it's 150 grams. Now there are 4 lanes, and this packet is 200 grams. So by my calculations, we'll only need 3 lanes. So we'll weigh them up here. We do that, that's 52, that's 155, perfect. Right, so we've officially put the cookies in this bag, and we're going to be rolling them and crunching them up into really small bits, into crumbs, which is actually quite hard work, so I'll finish that. Right, so the cookie stuff is officially powderized, destroyed that. We've also weighed up 50 grams of margarine. It was meant to be butter, but margarine works as well. So I'm going to be putting it on the stove now, and we're just gonna melt some of that marge and see how it goes. Okay, so I have officially melted the butter, so I'm going to be pouring the butter into the cookie mixture, which the broken down cookies. So I'll pour that in there, get all the margarine out, and then we'll mix it up, and then we will officially have our base. Okay, so I'm officially mixing up the melted margarine, with the broken up cookies, and so we'll get it nicely mixed in there, and then the base will be ready to be put in the cookie tin, and we will officially have completed the first step. So mixing it up, mixing it up, mixing it up. It's looking good. Okay, now we're going to be putting it in the pan, and then we will pat it down, and we will have the solid base ready. So in it goes into the container right there. Cool, so we've got that there. We pile that, and then we'll pat it down. And there we have it. We've officially got our base all in the bottom right there, so it's looking pretty good. Right, so now we're going to be using the gelatin leaves or gelatin sheets. Now, in New Zealand, they're not very familiar to us. Like, I just went down and got the ingredients yesterday. But anyway, they say gelatin sheets, but we could only find gelatin leaves in there. And so we've got these here. They're very expensive, like $5 for the 10 of them. So I'll just cut these open. So yeah, I've never used these before, and so it'll be interesting to see. There's 10, and we have to use 9 in this recipe. So we'll get that. That's so weird. It's so cool. Just look at that. It's like you can see through it. That's awesome. That's cool. Normally we have powder in New Zealand, so we'll put it in this water here. I don't know, do they need to soak long or whatnot, but we'll see how it goes. So do we just put them in a clump, or do we spread them out? Right, so we have our gelatin leaves or sheets in there cooling in the water. Now I'm going to weigh out some raspberry jam. It's not raspberry cherry jam, but raspberry jam will be fine. So we need 300 grams of it. So we'll weigh this up here. So this one is 340, the container. So it will be most of this jam. So they'll go up to 251, 291, just a little bit more, 298, and presto, 300. Okay, so we got our jam, and then we'll tip it into the saucepan to heat up. So there we go. We'll put that in there. Awesome. Right, so the gelatin sheets are ready, and they're looking really strange, really weird. They're like that. Anyway, so we take them out. There's 5 of them there. This is certainly a very weird sheet. So there we go. We'll do that, and then we'll come over here, and we'll plop them in. So we've got them there, and in they go. And then we'll mix them into the jam, which is currently boiling away. Right, so we've got our half a cup of sugar here, which we're not going to use quite yet. Now I'm going to be putting 3 tablespoons, flat tablespoons, of jam in this saucepan. We're going to be making the cream layer now. So we go, we'll just get every little bit we can from that one. So that's one, and then we'll be boiling this up and putting our next gelatin sheets in. The gelatin sheets actually very cool, like they dissolved within 20 seconds. So I quite like gelatin sheets, except I don't like their price. So we'll put that in there, and then one more, like so. Okay, boom, and so we got that, and then we'll be putting that on the oven now. So come over here and plop that on, give it a stir. And we'll go. Right, so we're just mixing this up here, and we should be almost done. It's the 3 tablespoons of jam, and so that's going good. And then we've got our gelatin sheet, which should be done any second now. The last lot was, oh, there we go. So, cool, we'll grab our gelatin sheets out, and we'll drain them out. Gelatin sheets are actually so cool. Okay, so there we go, and then we'll come and we'll plop them in here, and then we'll mix them up. And then with a matter of seconds, literally within a matter of seconds, I'll tell you when they're dissolved. Okay, they're already dissolved, so as you can see, super quick. Right, so we're on the cream layer now, so we'll be tipping the white sugar into the egg right there, the egg whites, which was the first thing of the video, although I didn't include that. So, there is a slight dilemma that, okay, so there we go, we'll move this over, we've got an extension cord for this, and so we'll start it up. There we go. Right, so I'm now going to be beating the cream. It didn't actually mention this step in the video, but I assume this is what you have to do. Also, this is what a fresh cream bottle in New Zealand looks like, and this is what a cream cheese packaging in New Zealand looks like. Some of them are different depending on the country, so I thought I'd just show that. Okay, so we'll put this in and we'll start it on 1. There we go, so we got the cream going. Right, so I've been watching the video alongside this just so I know what I'm doing. So this step here is very complicated. When you put this in here, like outside the packet, then we got to put the small jam in there, then we got to put that one in there, and then that one in there. So it's a bit complicated. We got this managed. So take this one here out, like so, and then we'll get this, and we'll... Right, so this was actually pretty solid, pretty hard to get out, but we got it out in a big clump, so we'll try and work that out. Okay, so the mixture is not mixing particularly well, it's been very antisocial. So we'll get this here, and we'll add in this one here, so hopefully, it's still pretty solid. Hopefully this here will soften it up, so we'll add in this here, some of the nice gelatined jam. So we'll mix that in, get every last bit of it out. Okay, so now I'm going to be adding the whipped cream first, and then we're going to, no, this is the egg white mixture, and then this one. Now it has only got 250 grams of cream cheese rather than 300, because in New Zealand they sell them, well, at the local shop in 250 gram things, and I didn't want to then, if we put another one, then it would be like another 250 grams, and then you'd have to have 200 grams of wasted cream cheese. Anyway, okay, so I'll add this in now, so I'll get this, and maybe I'll do a tablespoon right here. Okay, so add this in here, boom, like so. It's like pavlova style. Okay, so add this here, and then we'll mix that up, and then we'll add the next mixture. Right, so I've mixed in the sugar mixture, and so now we're going to be adding in the creamy frothy foam, which will add some punch to it. So we'll put this in here like so. There's a lot of cream. Let's do that like so. That. Boom. Okay, and now we'll start stirring this in, and we'll mix it all up. So it's looking quite good. It's quite a lot of mixture, which is a good sign. I'm liking the look of this. Right, so we're finally to the exciting layering stage. So we have the cookie base down from earlier. Now I'm going to have to try and measure it, well, just do half of this stuff, and I'm going to have to do half of the jam stuff. So there we go. We'll start plonking this on, and then we'll move on to the jam. So I've sort of split this in half, so I know approximately half. Here we go. Put that one there on, and then we'll flatten it out. That's not good. Right, so I've officially finished doing that, so it's looking alright. It's looking reasonably flat, although wee hills and bumps. Anyway, right, so I'm putting it in the fridge now for 10 minutes just to let it harden, and then we'll put another 2 more layers on. Right, so let it cool for about 20 minutes now. It said 10 minutes, but it's looking nice and solid. I'm liking it. So now we're going to add the other half of the mixture, so the rest of the cream mix, and then the final bit of jam, and then we'll be able to put the cherry on top. Right, so the jelly stuff has crystallized a little bit, but enough so we can still spread it in time. Right, so welcome back, and I am officially I've redone the final layer, because I've got the cream layer on, but the second cream layer, but unfortunately the top layer had a mishap, and actually it got solid, so when I put it on, then it just wouldn't spread out properly, so it didn't look so nice. So anyway, I went and got some new gelatin leaves, one of the coolest things of doing this. And anyway, we've got the new stuff right here, so if we mix that, this one's more runny, the other one was more solid. So I'll put this final layer on, so we'll put this on like so, and then get it to spread out nicely, and then I'll put it in the fridge for 4 hours. And then it should be completely, well, not too solid, but more solid than it was before. Okay, so we'll do this, and we'll swish it around. And there you have it. It looks pretty good. So I'll go put it in the fridge, and then I'll be back in 4 hours. Okay, so it's been 4 hours, and I've officially got it, taken it out of the fridge, and it is looking solid, awesome, epic. And so I'm going to take it out now. It doesn't look quite not quite, see if you can see it there probably. It doesn't look quite like the Hayday one, but I'll try my best, and I am happy with it. So we'll take it out here. So, okay, this is going to be a wee bit of a challenge. Yeah, so it's semi-stuck to the bottom, but there we go, so just don't want it to fall out, so we'll lift this. No, okay, the sides are going to come off. How am I going to do this? I'm not sure. Right, so I've managed to get it out of the tin, which I'm very happy with. It was an effort and a half, but anyway, here is the final product, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. No, it doesn't look quite like the one in Hayday did, but I'm still very, very happy with it. We've even got a cherry here, glazed cherry, so we'll put a cherry on top. Here we go, so that one there, and then boom. Oh, that's there. Boom, with the cherry on top. So also, just a quick tip. With the tray, I used a huge tray. Well, I would recommend using a smaller one, because otherwise the layers are very thin. Whereas if it was a smaller one, it would be you could clearly see the layers. So mine is not as exactly as the video, but I'm still very happy with it. It was awesome. This has been great fun, learning about gelatin leaves. That's been very cool. It's been awesome making it, doing all the different stuff, and making a Hayday recipe. Got the recipe right here. So yeah, there it goes. Finished product, not quite like the video. Oh, the cherry. Anyway, still very, very happy. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. In fact, should we just cut into it? I'm going to cut into it. Okay, so how should we do this? It's not exactly flat. I'll just cut it and see if we can see the layering. Okay, so, oh yeah, it's set quite well. So we'll cut there. Do a wee cut there, and then we'll do a little cut right there. Okay, so we'll cut that there. Okay, oh, that's nice. And then if we put the knife under there, and we lift that up, and look at that! Look at that! I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. And then it's you won't be able to see it, but I can see the different layers in there. So there you go, folks. That is officially the red berry cake. highly recommend it. It is a wee bit pricey to make, but still very, very worthwhile and fun to do. It would be a good challenge. So if you did enjoy the video, please leave a comment. What did you think? What was your favorite part? What was my biggest blooper in making this? Love to know. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you're new to my channel. I do lots of Hayday videos. I love Hayday. It's an awesome game. They got awesome products, awesome recipes. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been your host, SuperSight, and remember to make coins faster than honeybees make honey.